Next, which of the following has highest percentage enol content in the liquid? Highest enol percentage content in the liquid here. Here 4 options to involve in tautomerism. But among these 4, only second one can show higher enol content percentage due to, okay, here this is alpha carbon sir. Here one hydrogen is there, one alpha hydrogen there. So what is the enol form? So double bond here and here OH here. So this is enol form, right? So here this alkene, especially this is this carbon to carbon double bond is ene sir. Alcohol substitutes 4. That's why it is enol form. And especially this alkene is more substituted alkene here. More substituted alkene, and one more, this alpha carbon has two strong active methyl groups are there. That's why it is more enol content among these 3. Comparatively these 3, this second will show more enol content percentage because 2 active strong methylene groups are there. Here it is, if it is here also one alpha carbon sir. I mean, of course this is the enol form here, but this is less substituted alkene here because end of the carbon is always show less substituted alkene here. Here also less substituted. Here also less substituted. So 1, 3 and 4. So these 3 has less substituted alkenes are there. That's why only second option will show more enol content percentage. Next, 5th question. The most stable keto form isomer of the following compound. Sir, this is up to here. This is question, sir. Here, what is the question? The most stable keto form isomer of the following compound. Of the following compound means this is our following compound. 1, 2, 3, 4. Among these 4, which can to form this enol form here? You should bring out of 4 which can form this enol form. That is our question. The most stable keto form isomer of the following compound. Among these 4, which can show most stable enol form of this compound? You should bring which one can form here. Yes, first question. First question is, it is possible to form or not? Let it be checked here. Of course, here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Of course, we have 6 ketones are there. So here no alpha carbons are there because already 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All carbons are satisfied with keto groups. That's why here no alpha hydrogen. That's why first option will not possible to form this compound. And coming into second. Yes, keto and keto form. Here we have 2 keto forms are there. Yes, keto group is must be attached to saturated carbon. Yes, this keto is attached to this carbon. This carbon is not saturated carbon. Here also no alpha hydrogen. No alpha hydrogen and no saturated carbon here. So that's why here also it is also not possible to form this compound. And third one. So here keto and keto. We have 3 keto forms are there. Right? This keto group is attached to this carbon sir, and also this carbon sir. Of course, these 2 carbons are saturated carbon. You can use any one. Yes, I want to use this saturated carbon, right? Alpha carbon and spherical carbon. I want to use this carbon, this alpha hydrogen sir. What happened? This bond rotate between these 2 carbon and positive charge. This bond rotate towards oxygen and oxygen get into charge, and proton migrate towards oxygen to form, yes, double bond appear here and OH and also OH, right? Remaining part OH double bond, OH and double bond. Coming into next keto group. Yes, this is next keto group here. Yes, this keto group is attached to this carbon and this carbon. Here are this carbon also saturated and this carbon also saturated. Yes, I want to use this carbon of alpha hydrogen. Bond here break, bond rotate between these two carbon, hydrogen get positive charge, this bond rotate towards oxygen, oxygen negative charge, and rotation is possible between these two to form here. Here new bond appear between these two carbons are, yes, new bond appear here. And this oxygen, this hydrogen towards this oxygen, that's why here OH is there, right? So coming into, this is the second keto for that, and coming into third keto here. Here also third keto is attached to this carbon and also this carbon. Two carbons are saturated. I want to use this carbon of alpha hydrogen. Here also same bond here breaks up, right? And immediately this bond rotate between these two carbon, right? And this bond rotate towards oxygen, and immediately this is rotate towards here, sir, because oxygen get negative charge here. And the next step here, bond appear here, sir. Yes, bond appear here. This is will get OH, right? So benzene, OH, all are OH. So third option is correct answer. Next question. Identify the pairs of enantiomers following compound. Enantiomer following compound. So this is came in IIT 2000, sir. Right? So you should find which among these three which are going to be to form enantiomers. So in before you have to find first of all configuration among these compound. Here what is the meaning of enantiomer, sir? Opposite configuration at all chiral center is called as enantiomers. Already I have explained in my previous class, right? So first you should bring configuration for this one. These two are chiral centers, sir. Right? Chiral center means, what is the meaning of chiral center? The carbon surrounded by 4 different groups. Of course, this carbon surrounded by OH, HCH3, and this is total 1 group. That's why these two carbons are acts as here chiral centers here. Right? For 1, 2, 3, 4. The long chain is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So second carbon is chiral center, and third carbon is your chiral center here. Priority. Here center, here this carbon is surrounded with oxygen, hydrogen and carbon. Among these three, of course here also carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Of course oxygen is more priority here because more atomic number. And coming into which is next second priority, here carbon also, here also carbon also. Go for the next one, here hydrogen, but here oxygen. That's why this is second priority for this one. And this is third priority and is least priority here. What is the direction for this one? 1, 2, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 2, 3 here. This is the direction for this one. What are the expected configuration here? Yes, or configuration because it is clockwise direction. But here hydrogen is present on horizontal line. I told you already in my previous classes, if hydrogen is present in horizontal line, you can take opposite configuration. Here what are the expected configurations are? R configuration because clockwise direction, but this is expect yes configuration here, right? Coming into third carbon, here also first priority and second priority because this here oxygen, carbon, hydrogen. Oxygen is of course oxygen is first priority. Second priority here carbon, but next carbon is next one hydrogen, but next one is oxygen. That's why this is the second priority for this carbon, and third priority and here least priority here. Here what are the directions are? 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. So this is the direction for this one. It is clockwise direction, sir, right? But here I told you already hydrogen is present on horizontal line. That's why you can take opposite configuration. Yes, it is S configuration. So second carbon also S configuration and third carbon also S configuration here. And coming into this one, first priority, this chiral center, first priority. And it is second priority for this one, it is third priority and it is least priority here. What is the expected configuration here? 1 to 2 and 2 to 3 only. Right? 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. 4 is always keep constant, sir, while you are assigned R and S configuration. Right? So this is the way. It is anti-clockwise or clockwise? It is anti-clockwise. But here I told you already, hydrogen is our least priority. It is present on horizontal line. Take opposite configuration, R configuration here. Right? And coming into this chiral center, first priority, yes, of course it is second priority, and it is third priority, and it is least priority here. Direction 1, 2 and 2 to 3. So this is the direction for this one. It is clockwise direction, sir. That's why our configuration. But here least priority is on horizontal line. That's why take opposite configuration, yes configuration here. Right? And coming into third one, second one and third one, chiral center and chiral center. First priority, second priority, third priority and least priority. Direction 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. So this is the direction for this one. It is anti-clockwise direction, but our least priority is on horizontal line. That's why take opposite configuration here. What is opposite configuration? R configuration. Actually expected is anti-clockwise direction means S configuration, but least priority is on horizontal line. That's why take opposite configuration, R configuration here. Coming into this chiral center, first priority, second priority, third priority and least priority here. What is the direction for this one? 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. So this is the direction for this one. It is anti-clockwise direction, sir. That's why what is the expected configuration? Yes configuration. But your least priority is on horizontal line. That's why take opposite configuration, R configuration. So R configuration, R configuration. So compared to with 1 and third, here yes configuration, R configuration. Yes configuration, R configuration. So 1 and third opposite to each other. So 1 and third are to exhibit enantiomers, because what is the definition for enantiomers? Opposite configuration at all chiral center. Of course, yes, R, yes, R. That's why opposite configuration. So 1 and third one can exhibit enantiomers. So option is 1 and third. First option is correct answer. For next question. Assign R and S configuration to each chiral center of the following Fisher projection. R and S configuration for Fisher projection. Here how many chiral center we have? First one, long chain, 1, 2, 3, 4. Total 4 carbons are there in this one. Longest chain is 4. And second carbon is one of the chiral center, and third carbon is one of the chiral center here. Right. So second carbon and third carbon. Let us bring configuration for this one. So what is the priority? First bromine is first priority, because bromine is more atomic number. And this carbon surrounded with bromine, carbon, hydrogen, again carbon. Here also carbon. Carbon, carbon, same. Go for the next one. Here hydrogen, but here bromine is the second highest priority, bromine. That's why second priority here. And third priority, least priority here, fourth one. What is the direction, sir? 1 to 2, 2 to 3. So this is the direction for this one. So it is clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction, sir? Clockwise direction. But here least priority is a horizontal line. Take opposite configuration. So that's why here 2s configuration. But actually expected R configuration. But here least priority is on horizontal line. That's why you can take opposite configuration, that is 2s configuration. Why 2? Because chiral center is 2. Configuration is S. That's why 2s configuration. And third one, here also this carbon attached with bromine, hydrogen, carbon, and again carbon. Of course, bromine is first priority, and here carbon and carbon. Here also second one is second priority, second highest priority bromine. That's why this is the second priority for this one, and this is the third priority, and it is least priority here. What is direction here? 1, 2, 3. So this is the direction for this one. So it is also clockwise direction. but here least priority is on horizontal line. That's why take opposite configuration. What is the opposite configuration here? 3R configuration. Sorry, 3S configuration. Actually R configuration, but opposite one S configuration. Here chiral center number is 3. That's why 2S and 3S. Right. Next, coming into this one. Here, this is the chiral center, and it is the chiral center. What is the number, sir? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 5 is the longest chain. And chiral center number is, first carbon is chiral center and third carbon is chiral center here. So look at first one. This carbon surrounded with carbon, again carbon, again carbon. Carbon means in the sense this is H2, sir. Here H2. Right? Here, what is the first priority? Carbon, carbon, carbon. Hydrogen, of course, hydrogen is least priority. Right? Carbon, carbon, carbon. Go for the next one. Here, hydrogen. Yes, here second priority, here hydrogen. But this carbon is attached to carbon here. But this carbon is attached to carbon. Right? Again, also carbon. Here, two carbons are there. This carbon is attached to carbon, but this carbon is attached to hydrogens. Right? That's why this is the first priority here. Why, sir? Here carbon, carbon, and carbon. Next one is here hydrogen. Here no carbon is at all. That's why here next priority is hydrogen. That's why here go for the next one, carbon. Here next one, carbon. Okay, all are same, but here carbon attached to hydrogen, but here carbon attached to carbon. That's why compared to hydrogen and carbon, carbon is the more priority. That's why, so this way is first priority for this one. Of course, it is second priority, and this is third priority, and this is fourth priority. What is the directions are here? 1, 2, 2, 3. So this is the direction for this one. Yes, it is anti-clockwise or clockwise direction, sir? Anti-clockwise direction. That's why configuration is yes. Chiral center number is 1. That's why 1s. And coming into third one here, this chiral center. Here this carbon surrounded with carbon, 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 and hydrogen. Of course, we know that hydrogen is least priority. Here carbon. Go for the next one, carbon. Here also carbon, but go for the next one here hydrogen, but here carbon. Right? So here are carbon and carbon again. That's why first priority here, and it is second priority, and it is third priority here. Direction 1, 2, 2 to 3. So this is the direction for this one. So it is clockwise direction and anti-clockwise direction, sir. Clockwise direction. That's why R configuration. Number 3. So 1s and 3R configuration. You know what here? Here already least priority is on broken wedge or dash line. Here also least priority is on broken wedge or dash line. That's why the configuration will not be changed. You can take direct configuration. What we have got. Right? What are the configuration we have? 2s, 3s, 1s, 3r, 1s, 3r. But the correct option is 2s, 3s, 1s, 3r. So first option is correct answer.